Hi, I'm Chuck Colson with this week's 2-Minute Warning. April 1st marked the 20th anniversary of the publication of John Gray's Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus. In it, Gray argued that the conflicts between men and women are largely due to the different ways the sexes define what it means to love someone. Now, while Gray has plenty of critics, most people agree that men and women do see things differently and that these differences do matter. Well, what's true of the war between the sexes is even more true of what is called the culture war today. The fact of the matter is that modern liberals and conservatives see the world differently. In his new book, The Righteous Mind, Jonathan Haidt, professor at the University of Virginia, sets out to answer the questions asked by Rodney King years ago. Can we all get along? The reason we can't, Haidt says, is the various parties proceed from different moral foundations. Now, moral foundations are the intuitive ideas that all cultures draw upon for their ethical norms. Haidt identifies 6 of these: care, fairness, liberty, loyalty, authority, and sanctity. While liberals and conservatives place some value on all of these ideas, they differ on the importance they attach to them. Those differences, Haidt argues, are at the root of our conflicts, especially our cultural ones. After surveying 130,000 Americans, Haidt found that Americans of all political persuasions are strongly moved by considerations of care, fairness, and liberty. But the same can't be said about the last 3 ideas: loyalty, authority, and sanctity. Here the differences are pronounced, according to Haidt. While liberals are ambivalent about these foundations, at best, social conservatives embrace them. For social conservatives, family, country, and tradition take precedence over the individual, priorities which are unintelligible to liberals. That's the culture war divide in a nutshell. Modern liberalism, as opposed to classical liberalism, values individual autonomy above all else. Anything that might inhibit an individual's freedom of action, especially when it comes to sex, is viewed with suspicion. Just look at the controversy over the so-called contraception mandate. As a result, the things that make for communities, especially respect for authority, belief that some things are sacred, are rejected by most liberals. On the other hand, conservatism, at least true conservatism, is very community-oriented. It's the kind of thing Tocqueville wrote about when he first came to this country, how Americans help one another, build one another's barns, a sense of community spirit. Loyalty, respect for authority, and a sense of the sacred is the basis of the connections that are the subject of a study that was conducted some years ago at Dartmouth called Hardwired to Connect. These are the building blocks for what the authors called authoritative communities that model and pass on at least part of what it means to be a good person and live a good life. This is why I say that all Christians are conservatives at heart. Well, the 2 sides in the culture wars may not be from different planets, but they do see the world and what it means to be a good person very differently. And there's no self-help book that can bridge that divide. I'm Chuck Colson. That's this week's 2-Minute Warning.